So before we start learning about AutoCAD tools and commands, we just need to ensure that all the settings are exactly the same for me as well as for you. Now, we'll start with a status bar for that. So this area is called status bar, and there are several small tools here, as you can see. Now let's first start with this grid. Make sure this grid is on. If it is on, it will look like this blue icon, and if it is not, it's going to look like this. So that's off and this is on. So the grid should be on. Now the next thing is this polar tracking. It looks like a circle with an angle in it. So just make sure that this polar tracking is on. Also click this arrow right next to polar tracking and ensure that 90° and its multiple, this one, is selected. Alright, then we have the next setting, which is this object snap. This object snap should be on. And also this is object snap tracking, so this should be on as well. Now click this arrow right next to object snap, and here, as you can see, some of these tools are on and some of these are not. Here, make sure that you also have exactly the same set of tools active. For example, endpoint, midpoint and center. These three are on in my case. Also intersection is on. Now we don't need extension, so you can deactivate this, and instead of extension, activate tangent. So these are the only 5 tools that you need to activate. If there is any other tool which is active, then simply click on it and it will deactivate. So end, mid, center, intersection and tangent should be on. Now there is one more thing that you need to deactivate. Now, and that is dynamic input. Now we don't have dynamic input yet here on the status bar, so we need to bring it first. Now to do that, go to this customization option, which is this 3 dash line, and here select this dynamic input. Now this dynamic input, when you check it, will show up here just like this, right next to the grid, snap, and then we have dynamic input. So once checked, it will show up, and now by default it will look like this blue colored activated dynamic input option. Just deactivate it. Simply click here and the option will deactivate. So these are the general settings. Apart from that, you also need to ensure that you are in the home tab. If you are not in the home tab, if any other tab is active, just activate home tab, because mostly we will be using home tab for our drawing. And here we have the command line. Now the command line, once again, it should be visible, and if it is not visible for whatever reason, you can press Ctrl 9 key to activate it. So if command line is not visible, or if you accidentally deleted the command line, you can bring it back using Ctrl 9 key. And these are some of the default settings that you need to set before restarting the next chapters.